What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. For me, it's been about 10 minutes. For y'all, maybe a week or two. I don't know yet. Depends on whenever these come out. Y'all remember on the last one where I left off, I got these lower bars on, and then my welder ran out of wire, so I had to stop. And then I went ahead and I used my editor, and I started inputting all those videos that I had taken, and I was at about the 10-minute mark, and I know y'all don't like watching super long videos, so I decided, boom, I'll bust this thing up into a couple videos. And that's just what I done. So where we're at now, we're at the point where I'm gonna there you go, put the down bars on. I call them down bars, whatever these bars are called, but I'm pretty much set in there like this. Like I said, the instructions that Cody sends with this thing are like perfect. Couldn't ask for better instructions. Could ask for a better welder than me, but that is what it is, as Turbo John would say. Can't believe I just said that. But everything right now is pretty level, pretty square. I'm right on with his measurements that he had in his instructions on this thing. So I do need to finish welding a little bit on this side, on this passenger side, and then I'm going to start trimming up these top, I don't know what these would be called, the top frame. No, that wouldn't be a frame. Anyway, trimming up the top of these, make sure they're perfectly square. Like I said in the last video, make sure you have, if you're using a Sawzall to cut these, make sure you have the long blade on your Sawzall. I didn't have any long blades. I didn't feel like going to the store earlier, and then I ended up having to go anyway. But make sure you have a straight and long blade so you can cut these things straight across all the way through. My little short blade wouldn't go all the way across and all that. Story of my life. Anyway, we'll, without further ado, throw this thing up here. I'll throw it on time lapse, and I'll stop it and explain stuff as I go. Here we go. All right, I just threw this bar up here and tacked it really quickly. Look at the fitment. Just look at that. Oh, there it is. Look at that fitment. It's perfect all the way around. Can't ask for better. But I wanted to stop that hyperlapse and show y'all. See this angle? It needs to be at 83 degrees. None of the rest of it really matters according to the instructions. So I'm trying to find, I have a little angle finder deal to make sure that that angle is sitting at 83 degrees. So I'm gonna look around here. There's no telling where it is. I used it to set up my rear end, but yeah, so I got just a couple tacks up here on the top, and then I'm gonna tack this dude in here in just a second, as soon as I can find my angle deal and get this angle. All right, we got both sides kind of tacked on there. Something's going wrong with my welder here. I'm not getting any gas through, so I need to figure out what happened between earlier and now. I don't know. I have a full tank almost, but anyway, I didn't find my little angle finder I have, but this technology we have these days, looked up an app on my phone, and voila, there's a angle finder app for my phone. So both of these angles, so this is the angle you're going to take, is right there. You can see it straight on. That needs to be 83 degrees both sides. So I got that. It's barely tacked on there. Look at this. Look at that terrible tack. But as you can see, I have no shielding gas. I don't know what's up with my gas, so hope I can figure it out pretty quickly because I'm running out of time. I'm trying to get this stuff done so I can get these videos out for CODION. They hooked me up, so I'm trying to hook them up. But yeah, it's a straightforward install. So far, it's been super easy. Like super easy. I wish I had a TIG welder to TIG everything right now, but I don't. So I'm just putting little tacks on it, and I'll TIG weld it later, or I think Turbo John's gonna come TIG it for me while I'm gone. But let's continue on. All right, so I got all this tacked up, and from the front of the lower bar to where this upper bar comes together, it's supposed to be around 5 1/8, plus or minus 1/8, and I got about 5, almost 5 1/4, 5 3/16 on that side, and about 5 3/16 on that side. So that's pretty dang close. I can't believe I had it that close. And like I said, to get these angles, I use an angle finder on my phone because I couldn't find the actual one that I have. So these angles right here are 83 degrees. Got that pretty, they're, for my phone, they're spot on. So we'll see. So now, like I said, I've only tacked everything in. The bottom bars are welded in. These top bars are just tacked right now. I'll probably go ahead and just MIG the tops just because the gaps aren't that good. The bottom, look at the perfection. Look at that perfection. You can't get any better than that. So the bottoms, I'll end up, whether Turbo John comes over and TIGs them while I'm gone, or I'm gonna buy a TIG welder whenever I get back in anyway. I might TIG them later on, but we'll see. So let's get on with it. I'll look at these directions. I believe it's about time to start putting this upper bar on, or maybe the bottom. I haven't read. Let's look. All right, I got that upper side welded in. This side I haven't done yet, but trying to move along, trying to get this thing done before I have to call it quits. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done or not, but here's all the tabs he sends. There's all of them. This is all for where your fenders and stuff mount, your front support and all that. There's these ends he sends that go in each end. This is the bar that goes across the front up here, from here to here. There's a tab that comes off of both sides. It's the bar where you can where your nose mounting points mount to. There's he sends a piece to slide in here so you can have that support on the inside, and then this piece here is going to be for the bottom piece that goes down and under where it comes together as well. So I'm gonna check out these instructions, make sure I'm doing this crap right. I'm gonna put little bitty tacks on these so that they can be TIG welded and made look real pretty. So yeah, it's coming right along. I honestly still don't have a whole lot of time in this kit. If you're not a fabricated, as I am not, don't be scared to get in touch with Codion and order this kit. All right, I was gonna hold off doing any more because I really have some stuff I need to do anyway, but I wouldn't be doing Cody any justice. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna get this upper nose support bar on. So the lower radiator support bar, that bar doesn't have a specific spot. It really is gonna depend on your setup where this lower bar goes. The fitment on it is perfect. I just stuck it together and kind of stuck it up here, and you can see these notches are literally perfect. You couldn't look at that. Look at that. This thing is chromoly, so it is going to end up being TIGged, except for back there, obviously, because I booger welded all that. Some of it's pretty decent, but anyway, I'm going to get the front end of the. What's up, Bob? My nose is sitting back here. I'm gonna get it set up on the car. I'm gonna actually mount. Look at all that. I never really noticed any of that. But anyway, I'm gonna actually mount the upper bolts on this thing to get them where they're supposed to be, and then use a jack to get the nose of this car where it's supposed to be, and then tack this part on. The rest of this install is pretty straightforward. There's a little bit of, each car is going to have a little bit of differences, whether you followed the instructions perfectly and mounted it up like it's supposed to be and all that. So there's not really a specific measurement on where to put all the different tabs. The different tabs do go in their locations, but exactly where they're going to be is going to differentiate between vehicles. So there's it's really up to you to have a little bit of know-how to do these final steps. So that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw the nose of the car on, get the back bolts secured, and then I'm going to get the front end of the car to where it's supposed to be, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this bar here tacked into place. So let me set the camera up and we'll get to working. All right, I forgot to hit record. I forgot to hit record on the phone, but I did get my wife to help me through the front of the car back on. See, I need to adjust and tighten up. That's what I'll do, is I'll get in there and tighten up those bolts so everything fits like it's supposed to. But this bar here, I'm going to put little bitty tacks on it because it is going to end up getting TIG welded. I just need to get it tacked so that I can get it in here. It mounts across the front right here. And I forgot to mention, you do have to cut the back side of like the headlight housing right here. You do have to cut those off because I might have mentioned it, I don't know, because they will interfere with the bars, the down bars. I think I talked about it, but anyway. So I do have the front of the car on. It is sitting almost perfect. I think it's, yeah, that body line looks good. It's sitting right about where it needs to be. It has just barely a little bit of droop to it. So I'm gonna put my jack underneath the front and get that little bit of droop out. And I'm gonna get this bar. Let me hold it up here. It has two of those brackets that go to it as well. This bar goes across right in here, and it has some tabs that you weld on. So we'll figure out exactly how this bar is supposed to go, and I'll get her tacked on there. All right, that's a wrap. I got those last two little tacks on there. Got that bar level across here. I obviously don't have, there's a tab that goes here for the fender. There's a tab that goes on the other side for the fender. There's going to be some tabs that come off to hold the front end up. I might end up getting an aftermarket front clip, so I don't want to put anything right here yet, just in case. I don't know how it's going to mount. But the front end, this tube front end is awesome. So all these tabs here, all these tabs here are for the rest of the support. So one of the tabs will come off the bottom of the bar down here, and that's where this support will tie into. There'll be another tab that comes off of here, and this support will bolt into the bottom tab and then to the top tab to support this upper bar to where it won't have any movement at all. So it's awesome. He includes that little tab, that addition there as well. There's some I believe there's some pieces for like little heim joints in here, but like I said, I think I mentioned it, this bottom bar, I'm not 100% where I want it yet, and that's the beauty of this kit. You can put it where you want it. I don't know if I'm going to put this car in methanol or not, so I don't know if I'm running a radiator or not, so I don't know 100% where I want that bar, but it is perfect, just like the rest of the kit. And all the front bars up here, all of this stuff is just tacked on. It is going to end up getting TIGged, including this. We'll probably just knock that little devil off right there. TIG all this stuff up. All these tabs will be TIGged on. Should have tigged all that, but I butchered it up a little bit whenever I was cutting everything. Plus, the car had been wrecked, so I think the towers were just barely tweaked in the bottom. Not much, but anyway, it wasn't. I couldn't get the gap super tight, so I just went ahead and migged it all. But yeah, man, this kit is awesome. He has these things for obviously Fox bodies, SN95s, new edges. He has a shifter mount. Also pretty soon he'll have he's working on doing cages. So that's going to be coming to the mix soon. Be on the lookout for that from him. His cages, if they're anything like this front end kit, they're going to be awesome, beautiful, hold and weld, easy as can be. But yeah, I really appreciate Cody stepping up, getting me this kit. Hope I done him a little bit of justice. So there's frees up so much room. Look at all the room I have in here now for turbo things. So I think it's about time to spend a little time with my family before I have to head out this evening. Like always, comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.